Yeah, hello and welcome to Gauder Acoustic. I welcome you here in our video room of Gauder Acoustic in the southern part of Germany. And today I have a guest, Mr. Tobias Wendl. Hello, Toby.
Hello, thank you for the invitation.
And it has a special reason that Tobias Wendl is here. Oh, we come to that further, but first I want to introduce him to you. You're a musician and a sound engineer.
That's right.
Both in one person.
Yeah, that's
Pretty unusual, or isn't it?
I mean, nowadays everybody can produce music because of fancy laptops and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but it's something special because when I do something technical, mixing or recording, I think there are two persons in my body.
Yes.
One thinks as a musician and composer, and the other sound guy in me is the technical brain.
Okay. And as a musician, with whom did you play during your career? No.
Oh, many people.
Yeah?
I played a lot of rock pop music, for example, with Steve Lukather from Toto.
Ah, okay.
Or El Di Meola, the jazz guitarist.
No, of course, everybody knows him.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I played with, in Germany, a famous rock musician, Peter Maffay. Yeah, Manfred Mann's Earth Band singer, Chris Thompson.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, a lot of nice guys, a lot of good memories.
Mm-hmm. And you performed live?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm playing piano.
Ah, okay. And on the other side, you were a sound engineer working behind the mixing console.
Yes. That's my day job.
Okay.
I do compose a lot of music for movies or television, but most of the time I'm mixing and recording with other artists, big names, of course, and in very good studios. And that's my profession.
So, in which studios do you work?
I work around the globe.
Oh, okay.
I work at one of the best studios in the world, for example, Abbey Road Studios. I did a lot of recordings there, and
okay, then I must ask the question.
Yes.
Are the Abbey Road Studios really the best studios in the world?
Yes, they are.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course. They have beautiful rooms, beautiful sounding recording rooms, and that's the heart of the studio, is the recording room, because of the sound. It's so. Every instrument which is played in the Studio 2, for example,
the famous
Beatles studio, is just lifted to another level because of the excellent room acoustics, and that's a big reason to record there.
So you actually do not only work in non-reverberant booths, you have a natural reverb of the for pianos or for guitars too.
Basically for everything if we want to.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. We decide to pick up both signals. A close miking technique is used just to have a very dry signal, and then we can decide if we want to add reverb later on in the mixing process. And at the same time we pick up with room microphones the room sound. And maybe we decide during the mix to just make a blend between the dry signal and the natural room we recorded in, or just add an artificial room maybe.
So that's actually like a piece of art what you're doing.
Yeah, you're painting.
You're painting?
Yeah.
Ah.
You're painting with sound.
Okay. Now the next question. That's the reason why Tobias is here. Since some months now you're working with our prototype of the Dark 40. Dark 40 is a new speaker we will introduce in Munich in the high-end show, but it's like our Dark speakers made up of aluminum with ribs. And Toby got the first prototype to work with.
Yeah.
So why did you take it?
It was just mind-blowing. I came from the studio to a friend of mine who has a hi-fi store, and there I was sitting with a good cup of coffee, and I saw the prototype of the Dark 40, and I said, "What's this little speaker there?" Because it's not that big, but heavy because of the metal
it's heavy,
enclosure.
yes, I know.
And the diamond tweeter, and I said, can I listen to the speaker? And I have my mixes here because I just came from the studio.
You just came from the studio.
And so I knew the sound which
okay.
I was working on at the moment, and we just plugged the disc in, and I listened to a sound which, of course, I knew because I mixed it, but I heard more details than in my studio. Mm-hmm. And from that moment on, I thought, okay, what if I mix on that speaker? Because the speaker showed me details in the music I didn't hear before.
So, what is especially important for you when you listen to a speaker? What property of a speaker is so important?
First of all, the most important thing is that the speaker is able to just reproduce the frequency and the timing of a signal.
Okay.
And that's the point where we talk about impulse responses.
Okay.
So when a speaker is able to reproduce the first 10 milliseconds of a signal correctly, our brain just don't have to work that much to translate the sound into information for us. Which instrument is it?
Okay.
We need 10 milliseconds to know if we hear a guitar or a violin. And if a speaker is just correct during playback within timing and impulse response, we just can sit back and relax because the translation is correct.
And if the speaker is not correct, what happens then to our brain?
We have to work harder. The brain has to work harder. It's not
okay.
You can't relax that.
And that's why you have stress when you listen to music then, or with the bad speaker, or
your brain has to correct it permanent. It's you have all the time. Your brain will translate it for you, and that's for example MP3s.
Yeah.
Almost no information in this file, but you hear music. Actually, it's a bit
then
of noise.
your brain has to work.
Yeah. And for us as a recording engineer and mixing engineer, we would not be able to judge if our recordings are correct or good if the speaker is not able to show us the correct impulses or transients.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I preach since many years. The impulse response of a speaker is really more important than the frequency response.
Yeah, there are many good speakers out there with a broad range of frequency response from bass to the highs. But if they don't reach you at the same time with the correct intensity, you have there's the sound is kind of washed out. It's not that.
Okay, and the Dark 40 really brought this to you, this new experience.
Yeah. It was the Dark 40 is a speaker with big emotions and actually very good technical specifications. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's wonderful for us because actually we always have the discussion: are the hi-fi speakers really suited for working in a studio with them as a monitor, or are studio monitors good for hi-fi? So, what's your opinion about that?
I'm not the guy who just says this speaker is just for studio and nothing for hi-fi listening, and the other way around. I'm more the guy. I'm saying when a speaker is able to reproduce a signal correctly, why shouldn't it work at home? And why should a speaker who is designed for home use, and why should he not work in the studio when he's really good designed? Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point. It's, in my opinion, when I have a speaker which is too analytical, I can't mix either. Because mixing is not mathematics. Of course, everything is mathematics, you know. But it's
Thank you.
Yeah, it is. But it's not only that. It's emotions.
It's
music. Yeah. And if a speaker is not able to bring the emotions to the mixing engineer and to the musicians in the room, you won't create art.
And the Dark 40 really did it.
It did. Yeah.
Great.
During the whole process of working with it, we switched to no other speakers.
Mm-hmm. So the next question from me: what did the other people at Abbey Road Studios say to the Dark 40?
That was quite interesting. Yeah, our dear friend there, our assistant there, which is working there all the time, of course, he was in productions before we came, and he knew his stuff. He was mixing on other speakers, on other consoles. And he was with me on the mixing console, tweaking some mixes, and he said, when you're doing a break, is it possible that I can listen to my music?
Yeah,
because he knows his music best.
Yeah.
I said, yes, of course, go for it. And he did, and he said, okay, now I go back to work, because I just heard some things the other speakers did not show to me. And I mean, that's one big thing with the Dark 40 is, for example, when you have an instrument played in a room and you have a reverb on it on the recording, you can hear the reverb till the last bit of information. It's not breaking away. Most of the time you have speakers which you hear the instrument, the first signal, then the reverb, and then suddenly it's kind of just ends. But with the Dark 40 you have all the details all the time. You have the sustain from the instruments until the last decibel which is on the recording.
Yeah, you see, this sounds all very interesting, and if you have some more questions to Toby or me, we both would like to invite you to come to Munich to the Hein Show. The Hein Show will be held from 9th to 12th of May in the MOC in Munich, and we will be in the rooms number E104 and E105, and Tobias will play the music for us. So Toby, what would you like to play to us there? Here be something special.
Yeah, we do hear something special. We have a world premiere.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we bring the recording we did in Abbey Road Studios, the mix we did in Abbey Road Studios. We bring it to Munich, and we play it on the high-end show. And as you already said, we used your speakers in Abbey Road Studios, and what we bring is our new album, Polystereo. The Equanaut is the title.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, my co-producer and I, we will perform live.
Oh, okay. Not
two
only
tracks.
not only from stick or from vinyl. So
no, we play live.
Okay.
We have some very nice studio microphones with us, and we perform with your speakers. So everybody can see we used your speakers during recording, during mixing in Abbey Road, and they are capable of really using it live. And in addition to that, I play a lot of other music, of course. We will hear some very nice stuff. Maybe some classical stuff,
okay.
Maybe some rock and roll, rock music. I think there will be pretty much for everything and for everybody.
Something for everybody, yes. So I think this sounds very interesting, and I would like to invite you again to come to Munich and meet us there, and put all the questions you always had for hi-fi in your bag and bring them to us. Maybe he or me, we can answer them.
We try.
We try. Okay. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.